Hey guys, today we'll be having a look at the future simple form in the movie 300. 300 is based loosely on the Battle of Thermopylae, in which a small force of Greek soldiers stood against a vastly larger Persian army. The future simple form is used a lot throughout the film, so let's have a look at a few examples. We use the future simple form for promises, decisions made in the moment, predictions, typically ones without evidence, and also threats. In this scene, the Persian soldier essentially does both.
These hills swarm with our scouts. And do you think your pathetic wall will do anything except fall like a heap of dry leaves in the face?
Our ancestors built this wall, using ancient stones from the bosom of Greece herself, and with a little Spartan help. Your Persian scouts supplied the mortar.
You will pay for your barbarism! My arm!
It's not yours anymore. Go now. Run along and tell your Xerxes he faces free men here, not slaves. Do it quickly, before we decide to make our wall just a little bit bigger.
No. Not slaves. Your women will be slaves. Your sons, your daughters, your elders will be slaves, but not you. No. By noon this day, you will be dead men. 1,000 nations of the Persian Empire descend upon you. Our arrows will blot out the sun.
Then we will fight in the shade.
Upon seeing corpses of Persian soldiers, he tells the Spartans that they will pay for their barbarism. The Spartan also uses the future simple form to make a decision in the moment. We will fight in the shade. Because this decision was made in the moment and not planned, we use this as future simple. In the next scene, the Persian king Xerxes threatens the Spartan king Leonidas because he refused his offer.
You see, slaughtering all those men of yours has left a nasty cramp in my leg, so kneeling will be hard for me.
There will be no glory in your sacrifice. I will erase even the memory of Sparta from the histories. Every piece of Greek parchment shall be burned. Every Greek historian and every scribe shall have their eyes put out and their tongues cut from their mouths. Why, uttering the very name of Sparta or Leonidas will be punishable by death. The world will never know you existed at all.
The world will know that free men stood against a tyrant, that few stood against many. And before this battle was over, that even a god king can bleed.
So in this scene, the Persian king makes a number of threats, some of which can also be seen as predictions. I will erase even the memory of Sparta, every piece of Greek parchment shall be burnt, the world will never know you existed. In his reply, Leonidas says that the world will know that free men stood against a tyrant. This counts as a prediction, and it's one that Leonidas doesn't have any evidence for, so we use the future simple form here as well. Lastly, we will look at some promises from the Persian emissary, just before the final battle.
The Lord of hosts is prepared to forgive all, and more, toward your service. You fight for your land. Keep them. You fight for Sparta. She will be wealthier, more powerful than ever before. You fight for your kingship. You will be proclaimed warlord of all Greece, answerable only to the one true master of the world. Leonidas, your victory will be complete if you but lay down your arms and kneel.
So yeah, not going to spoil anything, but there's a pretty epic battle scene after this. In this scene, the Persian emissary makes a number of promises. Leonidas will be warlord of all of Sparta, Sparta will be wealthier and more powerful than ever before, and his victory will be complete. So yeah, that's about it. This film has many uses of the future simple because this tense sounds more authoritative and more definite when talking about the future. It also fits in with the dramatic atmosphere of the movie. I really like this movie because it's a classic tale of good and evil. I'm not usually a huge fan of over-the-top green screen and special effects, but I think in this film it was done pretty well. I haven't seen the prequel, so if anyone has seen it, feel free to leave a comment if it's any good or not.